Hey, welcome back to my channel, guys. My name is Floyd, and this series.
All right.
And today we'll talk about, I guess, Johannesburg in general. Some of the things we have done in Johannesburg and
Yeah.
things that still yet to be done.
Correct.
So I'll just pick a place randomly, and we'll talk about Waverley because we stayed in Waverley, and that's right next to Melrose Arch. It was like walking this distance where we stayed to Melrose Arch.
Correct.
It's a very vibrant crowd there as well. And if you guys been following us talking for a while in different videos, we talk a lot about restaurants and like to stay where there are like lots of restaurants because
Just
we like
in
to
just
try.
the environment,
Yeah.
the nature, and just everything.
So we like to try different cuisine, go into different restaurants and stuff. So we actually stay mostly at, location that is,
Just,
think I'm
just
saying this right.
closer to malls and just restaurants and everything.
Yeah, I
Yes.
kind of get off track there.
Correct.
Yeah. Train of thought went
So
off track.
yeah, so it's just like so I would tell you something about Johannesburg. So this one time I went to this so while I was here I wanted to go out and go buy something at the nearest store, right? So on my way back there I see these two boys, right? So they approached me. So on my way there they approached me. So I was just shivering, like I was so scared. I was like, what's going on? So I see these two boys, they were approaching me, and I was like, oh, this one's are gonna just take my phones and my wallet and my money and everything, right? But they were approaching me to ask me if I know where the nearest shopping center is. Guys, I just want to say this. Joburg is not really that unsafe. I think the media has just put in people's minds that it's just terrible, but it's not. So, but I was scared, and I was like, those guys are gonna rob me, but they were not. They were just simply wanting to ask me where the nearest shopping center was, because they were literally just also visiting,
Yeah.
right? So, but I would say that Johannesburg, in general, the air is terrible. The
So
air, wait, excuse me. The air in Johannesburg is shitty. We smell everything here. The air is just, if you want to visit here, just know that the air is not good. The water is dry. Just terrible, terrible, terrible. Just other places I've been to, the air is more cleaner, moist, and just the water is just more great. But Johannesburg is a shithole.
okay,
Sorry for that, but sorry for
not
the
true.
vulgar.
I'm agree to disagree again. I've heard a lot of stuff about Johannesburg, and there is things that happen everywhere in the world. I personally have not experienced anything in that sort of sense, but I could tell you this story. I remember one night we were at Santon City at that rooftop restaurant. Remember that night? And we took a Uber. So while we actually saw the driver for the Uber when we came out on, I think it was the fifth or sixth floor of that building, and we were walking towards his car, and there's a guy who was putting like groceries and whatever he was shopping at the mall into his car, and he got really really scared, and he was like shaking because he saw me, you, and the Uber driver walking towards him, so he thought we were about to like rob him. You remember that evening, right? Yeah.
I do.
So
That's the same feeling I had when those two boys kind of approached me. Because everybody lives in fear here.
I don't feel fear when I'm out there at all.
Me too, but like it's just, I do like everyone does. I do, like when I walk down the street, I do feel a little bit like while walking by myself, everything is fine. But when I see two people approaching me, that's when the fear rises, right? That's what they just, it was put in our heads that Johannesburg is the unsafest place one can be, but it's a lie.
Well, yeah,
Certain areas,
I've heard those
certain areas.
I've heard those stories too while I was in New York.
Correct.
But I came and none of that happened. Well, I guess,
New
thank
Yorkers are
God.
just dumps.
What? Say again?
New Yorkers?
New Yorkers? What?
I'm just joking, take that part out.
No, I'm not taking it out. Well, go ahead. New Yorkers what?
Don't know.
Okay. But anyways, so
Please take that part
I'm
out.
not gonna take it out. But when I
Maybe
came to
can't say
Africa the
that.
first
I can't.
time,
That's rude.
okay, forgive him. When I came to Africa the first time, I remember vividly the person that stamped my passport, the immigration person, said to me, "Welcome home, sir." Even though I'm giving him an American passport.
Correct.
So because I'm a black man, he said, "Welcome home," and I think we are black and we came from this continent.
They
So
assume
you know
that
what I
you
mean.
came from here. Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. But anyways, I haven't
Ancient
experienced.
relic.
I haven't experienced.
No, ancient, not a relic, but the ancient stuff like old parts of the black culture and where black people originated from Africa. So he was just really, it was just really saying that because you are of a certain skin color, then you belong to
Exactly.
Africa,
You know,
because
you're
that's where
black,
all
you're
African people come
In
from.
America, you're
But
black,
still,
you're
there's
African American.
but
So
there's African
I have a.
people. Do you think that all African people come from Africa, the continent Africa, or do you think that they are African people that come from other areas in the world that were just not discovered? Did you understand what I'm saying? You now
You're
saying,
saying that
but now what you're
black-
saying is you now everybody saying that black Africa, white Europe and other places around the world, which is a lie.
Okay.
The majority
Can
the majority of black people Africa,
Okay.
but
So
there are other Africans that don't come from Africa,
okay, I
and
think
they
what
are
you're.
and their origins are not from here. It's just a different thinking. That really there are other African, like the other people who are our skin color that really do not come from Africa.
So what I'm trying to say is, I think what he's trying to say that not all black people came from Africa, which we know. I wasn't born in Africa, but I think from our foreparents, that's how we end up in the West and other places, right?
Yeah, but
So
that's what
I
people
think
tell you.
genetically,
Listen, I'm not trying to I'm not trying to come against the origins of black people. I'm just thinking of like really aren't there other places in the world, tiny places in the world where black people really live? Is it really that all dark skinned people come from Africa? Really, is it that real? Is it that the truth, or is it what the media and books and
I think I was trying to
People
answer your
tell
question.
us.
There's black people everywhere in the world,
yeah.
but I guess we originate from Africa, and during slavery time or whatever, they take us in different parts of the world, and that's where those black people was born because they were taken there.
Yeah.
But I was back to what I said when I first came to Africa. The immigration guy said, "Welcome home." So when he said that, I felt warm in my heart because it's where my foreparents came from. So saying that to someone who is black, it makes you feel so welcome. Like what I mean. So but let's try not to get into that topic. Let's just focus more on Johannesburg and
Correct.
what we have done. A month in Johannesburg, right? So I think I mentioned Waverly where we stayed. It was pretty cool.
We've stayed in a couple of places
Nice
in
Airbnb.
Johannesburg. Yeah.
Yeah, we visited.
Just
How do
about
you say
this.
that? Mabone.
Correct.
How do you say it? Let me.
Mabone.
Mabone. We visit Mabone, and we got there with a Uber guy.
We've also
And-
visited a lot of places, not just Mabone, but also Randburg and
Yes, we've been there too. But let's talk about Mabane experience, right?
Yeah,
The guy
it's
dropped
a
us
lot.
off in a really tough neighborhood, right? And then we had to walk, and
he just drops us at those unsafe areas.
yeah, and we had to walk to find that
The beautiful kind of
part that we actually wanted to showcase on camera,
yeah.
right? So, but it's nice to
because there's areas like there's just I think everywhere in the world there's areas there's different areas in everywhere in the world. So I would say that yeah, we he dropped us at a place where it's just like a lot of people and just like it's not just dropped us in a random place and we had to now find a place that we were looking for where we can find like restaurant Mabone. Like
Yeah.
the other Mabone. Because there's Mabone and there's the other side of Mabone, the bad side and the good side.
So I think you dropped us off this side we didn't want to be, right?
Yeah, the side we want to yeah.
Yeah, and then we had to walk like 15, 20 minutes to get to where we, you know, where we want to be, right?
Correct.
So, and that was the area that we actually wanted to go to was very artsy. There's like, very young and trendy as
And
well.
trendy, like a lot of restaurants, just pretty.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of places that's renovating now. It's just it doesn't look the same as what it was before, a long like years ago. Right now it's a bit like it's getting destroyed little by little.
So
Like it's just deteriorating little by little.
I don't think it's deteriorating. I think it's getting modern. Also, you did went into your phone and showing pictures of what you saw when you went there.
Before, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and now I just like it's just not the same.
Well, nothing stayed the same.
Nothing sticks the same.
But it's a nice area, and we.
It is a nice area. I'm not complaining. Can
Yeah.
never complain. I don't complain at all.
Yeah, I remember that day. It was like so windy that day and dusty, because the wind was like really really high, and I came home, I had to clean my nose and stuff because
Yeah,
dust
because it
was
was
like
dusty,
yeah,
and so dust just went all into our eyes and our nose.
and that day they had
I
this
remember, yeah, yes, correct.
yeah they had this kind of like they were like protesting in front of a police station there. Remember?
Yeah, there were protesters.
Yeah.
I don't know what they were protesting about. I think it was just they were protesting about service delivery.
I don't know, but
Yeah, I think they were just protesting about service delivery.
yeah. So what else? What else? Other story that other experience. Oh so we went I guess we visited this place.
Yeah, we visited this place. Yeah,
What place? I didn't mention the places yet. I
I
was
think
about to tell you about.
We went to Central City first, and went also to Morningside.
Okay, so
Randburg. We also went to Randburg. We also went to this Bank. We went to a lot of malls. We were just everywhere, guys. We visited a lot of places.
okay. So we visited this place in Santon. We met this black owned restaurant, really small restaurant. They were doing like this local food. And we had this cocktail.
And fried chips, and just it was just in where was it? Central City, right?
Yeah, it was in
Yeah,
Santon.
the food was beautiful.
Yeah, so we visited Soweto. Soweto was pretty cool. We actually went there by ourselves. We didn't go with like a tour, and we saved like a whole lot of rands, right? Because we took a Uber there, and
Yeah, but still we found a tourist, like this guy that wants not a tourist guide, right?
Yeah.
Is that what they call him?
tourist guide. Yeah,
Yeah, he was just there. So like he was just not telling us about the history. It's just if you want to book like ahead of time, okay. But if you also go there by yourself, you'll find a tourist guide.
a tour guide.
Just
Yeah,
to tell tour guide, just to
And
tell
we
you
s-
more about the place.
and we saved money going by ourselves, because if we did book a tour, it would have been about 800 to 1,000 rands, and we've been by ourselves and we spent 200 rands.
Correct.
So we did save a whole lot of monies by going by ourselves, and then we take the we did spend in the area as well. We support the locals as well. We went to Mandela's house. You want to sleep?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so we went to Mandela's house.
Just eat a lot.
Yeah. We visited that restaurant when you go down a little bit from Mandela's house,
What's the name of that?
and that food was good.
Yeah, they had.
The dumpling.
That's good. That's a good food. Is it?
I don't remember the name of the place.
Yeah. I also don't remember. Just when you're there, just go down further down the street. Just keep
Yeah.
going.
Let's keep
Just
going.
you'll
You'll see that
find it.
restaurant.
They have like a buffet
A
that you
buffet
pay like
is there.
300 rands.
Mm-hmm.
and you eat as much, and you also have dessert, but then you need to order your drinks.
I think it was 250. 300. I'm not too sure.
250.
I think
250, 300.
Yeah, it was 250. I think it was
250, 300.
I think it's 250. What if you say okay, whatever?
250, 300, but okay, I'll just check. But yeah,
100% sure it was
but,
250.
But 250, then 300 for the like, at least you can get a drink like a soda. So it's like 250, 300 units.
No,
because 250 for the buffet, and then you're gonna have to like 150 rands for like your drink.
that wasn't true. The buffet, the drinks was included.
Yes.
And it was 250 per person.
Okay.
Trust me, I remember that.
Correct.
So we visit like so many places. We've been to clubs in Louisville. That's how you say it, Louisville. ILLOVO. Louisville. Louisville. However that goes. However it is, they say that. We visited that area. It's pretty nice. Trying to think. So we were walking around Waverly, and we found this Turkish school. Remember that?
Yeah.
Turkish school. We take pictures.
And we went to Nando's, guys. You can never go wrong.
I was going to Nando's.
Nando's amazing. Like it's
Been to-
Nando's, guys. I would eat Nando's every single day.
We've been
Nando's my best.
we've been to
So if
Paul.
Nando's, you're watching this, you are the best chicken makers in Africa. Nando's. We love you.
He love you, Nando's. We've been to Paul, which is a great place for breakfast in Melrose Arch. What's the name of that restaurant with all those white seats? Well, there are lots of restaurants with white seats, but there's one in particular in Melrose Arch.
Melrose. Why? See.
Melrose Arch. It's like
Paul.
no, Paul is like the front, and you go down to the back when you go to the left. When you make the left turn when you go in there.
Oh yeah, no, don't remember.
Yeah, that's a really cool restaurant. I don't remember the name either.
Oh,
But
yeah,
there are like
there-
lots of restaurants in that area. Like
Yes, I mean I remember the food that we ate at that restaurant. Just don't remember the name. What was it? Yeah. Anyways, but yeah, a lot of restaurants they have Starbucks as well.
yeah.
Just our experience was just amazing. Like I would urge you if you're watching this,
Come to
whether
Johannesburg.
whether you're young, come to South Africa
South Africa
and
is
support as many people as you can.
Yeah.
And I would say my experience, amazing.
South Africa is
It's
it is
beautiful,
amazing.
guys. Beautiful, beautiful energy.
Yeah, and I never wanted to come to South Africa because of what I saw on the news, on the media, you know, about the shit that
The
happened in
media
South
is
Africa.
terrible.
And I so don't want to leave South Africa. And I love how people live, and you know, they have their nice, their fence yard, electric fence, whatever, and you're in your property, and people
just-
drive all
just
these big fancy
relaxing.
cars, and you know, but I think South Africa is one of the African countries that other Africans come to, like how people from Mexico and other countries go into America.
Yeah, but I
So-
also urge people to just go to Guyana, go to Ghana, go to Nigeria, visit Egypt, go to Zimbabwe, go to Namibia, go to Mozambique, go to Swaziland. Just visit visit as much as you can in Africa, and support as many people as you can, right?
Yeah, it's a good idea. And,
Not just South Africa, but Africa. Just come to Africa.
yeah, I think if every, I guess, black, I don't want to sound that way, because I need everyone to come and support Africa, and I think the continent would be better. You know, there are poor parts, there are good parts, but I could only tell you about South Africa since I've spent a lot of time in South Africa, and but there's other countries that I'm will be visiting pretty soon. South Africa, I think I said this in another video, that is a very easy transition for people from the West to come to, because it's like you're not missing anything, and because everything is right here, and more. The malls are not like the malls in America.
I think America has much more nicer malls than
They do have nice malls in America, yes, but I think people in Africa don't know what they have because they're all under the impression that everything in the West is the best, which is not true, right? And since you know I have experience of there, and now I have a little bit experience here, and you know, and the little knowledge that I gained here in South Africa, it is, I think it's much better being here as a black person. But
I'd give you that.
yeah, and some debates I don't want to get into because this YouTube channel did not created for that. I'm trying to turn
But not as a black person, just as a human being.
to you and me.
I
Cool.
think I think as a black person it's just too hostile.
Okay. So this channel was created actually for like mostly food, but then I kind of switched up a little bit to traveling. So it's gonna
But
be
yeah, you know what? Africa is a good place for all races, but it's a much better place for black people. All you black people come.
yeah,
And all you white people come. I don't see color, so
yeah,
white, black, green, purple, pink.
yeah. I'm not gonna get into colorism too.
You're all
But,
over.
yeah. What else about Johannesburg, South Africa? Police. I have seen police. I've seen traffic police. I haven't had any experience with police, and they seem very nice, cool to deal with. I've never encountered any, police officers to have a conversation with them, but I did talk to lots of security, and
It's a very
they would
interesting.
give you
It's a bit
directions,
safe.
and
It's a safe.
yeah, and
Mostly at the
we
malls.
walk everywhere,
We walk everywhere.
so it's like,
But Cape Town was much better with like security.
yeah.
Because we find them in every corner.
Well, yeah, indeed. I see a cop on every corner.
corner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But why is
I'll
that
give
though?
them that.
Why is that?
Yeah, because it's Cape Town. It's not what you think it is.
A police on every
So
corner,
much.
it could be something is not going
Until
right.
you visit Cape Town, you know it's not what you think it is.
So, I didn't see much cops in Johannesburg. But I did. We were in that Sandton City Mall when a bunch of cops came in with these big guns and whatever. But I think they were like moving monies from the store into those armored vehicles.
Yeah, those big cars. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna end this video because you want to sleep, and I'll take this opportunity.
It's been a long day. I have an assignment to submit, guys. I've to
Yeah.
finish this assignment, proofread it, and then submit it. So yeah.
And hopefully we'll do a few more videos and keep you guys updated. And guys, we just go randomly here. It's nothing planned, no script. Whatever comes to our head, we talk about it. Whatever we experience, we just try to put it on camera. And here is the stretch. And now this dude about to go sleep. And guys, please like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with at least one friend. And until next time, guys.
Peace.